4-pack of Heineken beer. And I put on one of my favorite albums, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
You know that, Sean. Heineken was my father's favorite beer. And that Pink Floyd album was the album that I studied to learn music theory, because I'm untrained. But I studied that and rock, and late 60s rock. When I went home, our village was experiencing the highest kidnapping rate that it had ever experienced. And so in order to bury my father appropriately and safely, we had to figure out a plan, and it took months. And mind you, his body is in Lagos, in some air conditioner, freezer, whatever they have, but I didn't trust that shit in Lagos. I was like, man, that's a hot ass place to be having somebody in the freezer. So I told my family, we gotta go ahead and do this. We gotta figure it out. So I cut all my hair off, which I used to have dreadlocks at the time. I cut it off, went bald. I was trying to somewhat blend in so that, because dreadlocks at the time was not like what Burna Boy wore. It was the sign of poverty or a witch doctor deep in the village. So I cut it off, cool, went with my sisters, buried my father. I came back ferocious. I knew it was time to move different. I became a solo artist, less afraid to leave, because my father, before he passed in his last conversation, said, "You are not a man until your father dies. A man that does not question what happened to his father, what happened to his father will surely happen to him." And that stuck with me. In the last conversation I asked my father, I said, "Dad, why did you not make it? Why did I not grow up a billionaire's son? You, Dad, you created the first African PC that was commercially produced. Why weren't you the black Steve Jobs or Bill Gates? Why you got an EBT card? Why you live in Section 8 housing? Why is my mom working her job and all these other jobs to make it happen?" And he brought me through his life story. And I could tell in him sharing the story that